Lime green squid, lime green squid.
What's going through your head?
In the middle of this conversation, he said, 5 years go by. They send you a message out of the ether. What's going through your head? Are you going somewhere with this? That's cute, Felix. What's her name? Shock and disbelief, seeing how most of my friends are still on Earth. Shock and disbelief.
Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way to put it. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
This is obviously important to you. Let's go. Another time, Felix. We've got work to do. You don't sound too sure about this.
The guy just vanished without a trace one day. No goodbyes, no explanations. Been gnawing at me ever since, you know?
I can see why you're worried. You think he's in trouble? I can see why you're worried.
Clyde was my first friend, but he was also my mentor. Taught me how to think, how to question, how to disobey. I figured the board got him in the end. Some guys with black uniforms snatching him off the street in the middle of the night or something.
You think he's in trouble?
That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production.
This is obviously important to you. Let's go.
Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
As always, I am at anything you'd like to discuss.
Hey, Cap.
You getting along with the crew?
Parvati showed me how to properly grease the magazine release on one of my firearms. She's a smart one, you know.
Or slippery little fingers.
Opal was quiet in the same way. She'd hang back, out of sight, then all of a sudden pop in with a bit of wisdom out of nowhere. Shit. Look at me dredging up bygone days. Forget I said anything.
I'm not pushy. Talk when you're ready.
I will.
Battery levels are fully charged.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I request...
What'd you just say?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? May luck...
Oops, missed that one too. Let's check that back. You said, I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return. All right. And then, may luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist, but it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it. True. All right, where should we go? Let's head off to Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
All right, we're taking Parvati clothes shopping. Get Vicar off the list here. Put Parvati on. Here we go. All right, now where do we gotta go again? Don't bite the sun. Parvati wants to surprise Junlei with a perfect date, and she needs your help to see it through. Shopping for cleansing products. All right, let's go. Oh, look, Parvati has an upgrade. Let's do it. Everything seems to rely on those companion abilities, but I just completely forget that they're there, and I never end up using them, so wasting skill points on those doesn't seem very good. I decide eventually that it's within her character that the engineering perk while she's on the team makes the most sense.
Something you need?
No, we're here because of something you need, Junlei. But while we're here, let's do a bit of shoplifting.
What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing?
Nothing at all.
Just don't complicate my job, okay? Hmm?
Did you see that? She was checking out Parvati's ass. All right, you may leave. Awkward, awkward Mardette. Oh, your name's Mardette too? How many Mardettes are there? You too?
Carry on.
Oh, I guess it's just a type of soldier? Groundbreaker.
Goodness.
I guess so, that guy's named Mardette too.
CNP pancake mix. Now requires no
What's with you
mixing.
lately? You seem
Seriously,
down.
don't mix it.
Board patrol nicked a friend of mine.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the fall.
Smell that fresh air? Almost better than being outside. What do you need, Captain?
Something you need?
Yes, to get you both laid. Come on, let's get to it.
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time.
Why would you run out of time? You headed somewhere? Is that what you do for Groundbreaker? Relay messages? Another time, maybe. Why would you run out of time?
Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... sometime dire soon.
Why are you about to lose comm capabilities? Dumb. All these numbers are confusing me. So this is the Groundbreaker's message center? Oh, all these numbers are confusing me.
They're beside the point. I just mean, you got limited time before the equipment goes non-functional. You see? Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
That'll put the whole system in a right dire situation.
Sometime dire soon.
Right dire situation.
Sometime dire soon.
Right dire situation.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance.
Sounds like it's time to get the auxiliary station back online. How are you cut off by losing one relay station? Can't the board handle the messages? Sounds like it's time to get the auxiliary station back online.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief.
I could check out the relay. No need for official sign-off in that case. What's in it for me if I investigate your relay problem? Seems irresponsible not to have fixed your backup relay before now. What's in it for me if I investigate your relay problem?
You save my comm center from chaos. I guarantee I'll get the chief to authorize some payment forms with your name on them while you're out fixing the station.
I could check out the relay. No need for official sign-off in that case.
I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
What do you mean?
The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through.
You just let messages from Earth sit in memory on an orbital relay?
It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
For military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful brands and products.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
My engineer's looking to do some deep cleansing. Wants to impress Chief Junlei.
I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for? What's the...
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Rosish. When it comes to romance, you can't go wrong with the classics. How about mock apple and cinnamon? Parvati is sweet, just like a pie. An engineer might like refurbished ship, scrub parts and all that. You got a preference, Parvati?
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and cinnamon.
I guess you could eeny, miny, moe it?
Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her.
Refurbished ship.
Like grit and grime covered over with cleaner, you mean? Well, that's a smell that means we're really going places.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear.
Thanks for your time.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
At this point, we take a long detour before returning to our mission to get Parvati laid.
Damn. You got some nimble fingers, Captain.
Like to keep my hands busy. Slippery little fingers.
Okay. So I was watching this program. You know Princess of Hephaestus? That late show about the freedom fighter with a pure heart and a mean right hook? She finally kissed her sweetheart, Miss Yuko.
That's the episode with Ruth Bellamy, right? Been meaning to catch that.
Now I feel like Deb Morgan when she was promoted to lieutenant on Dexter. This double dash jump is fun. Whee! Wahoo! Yahoo! Waha! A bit unwieldy, though. Now this is an interesting looking gloopy little gadget. Bubbly and bobbly and globy and moving parts. Wonder what it does.
We got time.
Did I contribute to that? I assume being powdered is the literal opposite, furthest you can go from being in one piece. Well, other than being atomized. Alright, let's give this thing a shot. Let's see what you can do. At least it looks cool. Oh, it shoots Phantom Menace balls. Misa gonna fuck you up, Annie! Oh, but it used up all my plasma ammo. It takes 10 a shot. Yikes. Ooh, that looks glorious. I didn't even have to slow that down. Let's do it anyway. Uh-oh, battle with Murderbot commencing. Who are you? Get lost. Ha, died in midair. Whoa, whoa, what was that? I didn't even have to edit that. Another fucking flaw? No, I don't want any of these. I said no. Now let's look at some nice imagery.
Ooh.
Black holes. Did you see that?
Have a sweetheart in Stellar Bay?
I had a fling or two, sure. But on Monarch, relationships ain't usually meant to last. A lot of fools tried to impress me, feigning bravado in the wilds, thinking they'd catch my attention with their stories. It was cute. Not so cute when their act got themselves munched. You know what's sexy? Confidence. You know what ain't? Disembowelment.
Say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
What do you think of the unreliable Parvati?
There's always something to fix, and it's neat working in the Aether. I always took Atmo for granted. Now, if I drill through the hole, we all suffocate. Exciting, you know?
I'm not sure I wanted to know that. Being in space sets me on edge enough.
You know about stellar emissions? Actually, I probably shouldn't tell you about those. I mean, not unless you want to know how we're all likely to get spacers lung.
Right. Okay. When we get back to the ship, I'm drinking this conversation right out of my recollection.
You're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never.
The dock is empty. No ship here. Click of a button. There it is. It's hilarious how quickly that happens.
Hey, Cap.
What's with the Raptidon in your room?
Oh, that's just Frida. She's the first rapt I ever killed. I had her preserved.
How long ago was this? Preserved how? The first? Were you still learning to hunt? How long ago was this?
It had been when I was a kid, so something on the order of 20 years. My parents were very proud.
You've had that thing for 20 years? I'm impressed it looks as good as it does. You know what? I don't want to know. I'm impressed it looks as good as it does.
Me too, to be honest. I'd have thought she'd have started rotting years ago. Counting my blessings.
Well, the moment it starts to stink, I want it off my ship. Mind if I talk to it once in a while?
Her. And of course, she's a great conversationalist. Never argues, never judges.
Now's the time again to sit back and relax and just enjoy some beautiful scenery. This will be a couple minutes, so grab a drink, fill your bowl, whatever you need to do. Just enjoy.
Don't worry. Now that the Council's ordered an investigation, it won't take Master Obi-Wan long to find this bounty hunter.
I haven't worked for a year to defeat the Military Creation Act, to not be here when its fate is decided.
Sometimes we must let go of our pride and do what is requested of us.
Anakin, you've grown up.
Jump dashing is fun! Ow! Damn it. Yay! Jump dashing! Wee! Wahoo! Yaha! Wow! Jump dashing is fun! Ow! Damn it!
Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right?
We're here today because we've agreed to take Ellie to see her family, which she hasn't seen in a long time. Apparently, they don't get along. I wish I'd captured the first part of the conversation. It was pretty fiery. Ellie, you've made your point. Can we just get this over with? Indeed, we've saved towns and restored property across Alcyon. Theft, vandalism, profanity, you name it. We've done it at least twice.
Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
What a piece of shit father, I can see why. Listen carefully. Don't treat her like that. She's come a long way to see you. This is getting awkward. We'll leave when we're good and ready. Don't treat her like that.
I mean, we had other business in Byzantium, so it's not like we went out of our way. But you can't just kick us out. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors.
Perception. Hold up. These floors aren't just nice, they're top quality marble. What is it? Keep going, Ellie. I like where this list is headed. Let's not get carried away. Keep going, Ellie.
Just a second. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when can you afford that?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
Listen quietly. Don't sound so disappointed about it. It's not for lack of people trying, believe me. Don't sound so disappointed about it.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
Perception. Why do I get the feeling you people are about to apologize for something? Listen quietly. Now that we're here, you can put that behind you, right?
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
Listen quietly, but I'm sure you're much happier now knowing Ellie's alive and well, right? Talk about making lemons lap out of lemons. Listen quietly.
Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Piece of shit. Well, let's go, Ellie. We've got better things to do than hang around these two. Listen quietly, so tell them Ellie's back. You'll be the talk of the town.
That's the other problem.
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we?
Why not? I'll have you know Ellie's a professional miscreant.
Shh! Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Holy fuck, you guys are disgusting. I've heard enough. Let's go, Ellie. Listen quietly. Ellie, are you done with these jerks? That's a pretty funny story. Listen quietly.
Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
Fuck you. If you really knew your daughter, you'd know quiet is not in her vocabulary.
She hasn't changed a bit, I see.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
I don't know about you, Ellie, but I'm ready to cause a scene.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
I wonder if I should come back and kill them.
Let's talk outside.
What's that look for, Parvati? Is it because we're not getting you laid with Junlei? Don't worry, we'll get back to it. For now, we'll settle on elbowing Dan the fucking face.
Him down!
Please, don't kill me!
So amid all the footage, I seem to have missed out on Ellie's conversation outside of her house, and getting Parvati's new clothes, and getting Junlei's favorite food cooked.
Be advised that any claims submitted under this policy must include actual proof of an actual deity as well as their complicity in your personal misfortune.
This person looks like I did when I was 6. Atheist too? It's always nice to step back and admire the beauty of nature and marvel that it was all formed with natural physical forces, which makes it far more amazing than being the result of some fictional foreskin fetishist in the clouds.
Hey.
Hey, what? I'm jumping here.
Hey, Cap.
All right. She's on her way. How do I look?
You look terrific.
Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right. Deep breath. Here I go.
Don't bite the sun. Check in on the date. All right, we'll sneak in over here. Try not to be too creepy about it.
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. It was probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
Aww. How's it going, guys?
My father... I could see why Parvati seems so happy here.
Isn't this swell?
Parv, you're presenting yourself like a slob. Sit up straight. Push those boobies out. Impress Junlei.
What about your mama? I don't mean to pry, you just hardly mention her, and I've been wondering.
She passed when I was small. Taught me how to change a fuse on her deathbed. Even sick, she was patient with me. She kept exhaustive journals of my childhood, my father said. Like she was A/B testing child-rearing.
Must be you got that exacting nature from her.
Exacting is a kind way to put it. Inflexible, my father would have said. Bull-headed. Cold.
If you're cold, then I'm the void of space. Cold. Pfft. That's the silliest thing I ever heard.
Thank you.
Slippery little fingers.
Now what do? Don't bite the sun. Head to the kitchen, see how they're doing. Parvati and Junlei seem to be having a great time. Leave the ship and let them enjoy their date together. Alright, that sounds fair.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's up?
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty. What's occupied?
So we're all out here? Those two better be having a really good time in there all by themselves. If the ship's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. Hubba, hubba. Did it go well? I want all the details.
I feel like running laps around the cargo bay. So she got here, and after a few minutes she said, "Hey, do you have some new parts?" And I was like, "Nah, I used a new soap."
Refurbished ship.
Like grit and grime covered over with cleaner, you mean? And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread.
So you laid out the meal, brought June in, and started the music? I know, I was there. I figured you'd do this someplace more romantic, like the engine room. Let's skip to the good part. I figured you'd do this someplace more like the engine room.
We both see enough engines in our day-to-day. There's nothing special about sitting next to another one, even if ours is real sweet. June hardly ever makes it down to Groundbreaker's mess during regular meal times, so sharing the kitchen was special. Like being part of a real family.
So you laid out the meal, brought June in, and started the music.
She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustbat casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person.
So the meal went well, the dessert too? I wasn't sure about that guy. I'm glad the end result was good. So the meal went well, the dessert too? Wink, wink.
Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build.
Wait a minute, you two just met. This was your first date, and when I brought you together earlier, you ignored each other.
When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain.
And? Smooth. That's unusually forward for you. And?
I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open.
You two have spent literally 0 time together before now. When did you get a chance to learn that much about each other? What happened next? Don't leave me in suspense. Wait, she wrote a speech to declare her love? That sounds unbearable. What happened next? Don't leave me in suspense.
Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes!
That was very sweet. Congratulations. Perception. What about your disinterest in physical affection? The important thing is no more random errands? That was very sweet.
It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour. Happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
Well, that's what you call it, eh? Hubba, hubba. 40,000 fucking experience? Nice. Well, we might as well end this video here. I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time with Outer Worlds, LimeGreenSquid out.
That'll put the whole system in a right dire situation.
Sometime dire soon.
Right dire situation.
Sometime dire soon.
Right dire situation. Monarchist? Monarch person. Oh, what? Oh, what?
Actual proof of an actual deity as well as their complicity in your personal misfortune.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement, regularly scheduled advertisement, regularly scheduled advertisement, regularly scheduled advertisement.
I'll have you know Ellie's a professional miscreant.